going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle. I'm just getting better. I feel like I'm just getting better. I'm gaining confidence. Take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates.
It seems like every time I make a video on the WNBA, I bring you guys this incredible news on how this league is progressing, but yet I also have to sprinkle in the fact that this league is on the cusp of sabotaging itself. And it's so awesome to watch because typically my friends and I make a joke that the WNBA is just a tax write-off for the NBA because they're subsidizing it. But after telling you what's going on in this video, I'm sure a lot of you guys would understand why I have that take. So before we get to the content, we are on the grind to 1 million subscribers. Make sure you subscribe and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. I'm also trying to get my Twitter account to 40K followers. So if you guys are on the X, check us out there as well. Now that we get all that out of the way, cue the intro. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? There are two individuals that are currently bringing the WNBA to brand new heights. It's two individuals that got us all into watching women's basketball to begin with. And we all know the rivalry began when these two faced off in the 2023 NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament for the first time. Caitlin Clark shot the lights out, and Angel Reese was determined to stop her. At some point, Angel Reese even taunted her in the middle of the game. And it was this type of drama that was kind of missing from NBA games that made the WNBA so unique. Finally, the WNBA brought something to the table they don't typically get in the NBA. And I mean, it definitely carried into the actual WNBA because when Angel Reese's team, the Chicago Sky, met with Caitlin Clark's team, the Indiana Fever, earlier on 3 weeks ago, Kennedy Carter famously did this, which by the way is a crazy move to make in the middle of a basketball game. It wasn't a play on the ball. There was no reason for it at all whatsoever. But the entire Chicago Sky bench celebrated it, especially Angel Reese. But the best part of all is, in the NBA, if something like this were to happen, say like whenever Draymond Green punched the living hell out of Yusuf Nurkic, you'll typically get a response like this.
Now him, I don't know. Personally, I feel like that brother needed help. I'm glad he not try to choke me, but at the same time, it had nothing to do with basketball, man. Like, I'm just out there trying to play basketball.
But since this is the WNBA, not the NBA, everybody gathered around Kennedy Carter to get her take. Why would you attack Caitlin Clark like that? And this is what she had to say.
Yeah, I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions. I don't know what she said.
And it's this type of melodrama combined with the fact that we're actually seeing some good basketball getting played that really brought the WNBA to a brand new level. I mean, I would never thought I'd see the day where I'll give you these statistics. Currently, the WNBA is finally competing with the NBA in terms of viewership. It's crazy, but it's true. The first month attendance is up 156% from last year, which is its highest in 26 years. The WNBA is averaging 1.3 million viewers. The NBA regular season averaged 1.6 million viewers. WNBA online store sales are up 756% in 1 month, which is a single season record. And the WNBA had 157 million video views on social media in 1 week. And this happens to be one of them, which by the way, guys, I saw a lot of comments on my previous video with some concerns about the fact that we're making so much WNBA content.
Oh my God, Mike, is this going to affect your NBA coverage?
And then a few hours later, we dropped a video on JJ Redick getting hired by the Los Angeles Lakers and Josh Giddey getting traded to the Chicago Bulls. The point being, have no fear. Whenever there's news and whenever there's stuff that I think you guys will be interested in watching, I'll make sure that it will always come to you. I promise. And knowing my luck, you might get a triple upload day to day as well. But here's the crazy part. Despite the WNBA shattering records for viewership and jersey sales recently, they still are on track to lose the most money they ever had in 1 year. Now, the reason for this is they're obviously making upgrades and improvements. For instance, this year they decided to take chartered flights everywhere. It's something they decided on last year, whether it's because they knew of the incoming draft class and the fact that there might be a chance that more eyeballs will be on the WNBA, and they were projecting this. Kind of how the San Antonio Spurs mysteriously built a brand new facility right in time for Victor Wembanyama to come into town, which is one hell of a coincidence, might I add. Is a different conversation for a different day. Regardless, Regardless, the fact that they're taking chartered flights made them have to pay a little bit more than 2.5 times the amount that they were paying before to keep the WNBA afloat, which means that they're on track to currently lose $50 million this year despite their popularity. But the good news is it seems like the WNBA has a formula that's working. The last time Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky faced off against Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, it averaged 2.25 million viewers on CBS, making it the most watched WNBA game on any network in 23 years. And this rivalry was everything. I mean, right after Kennedy Carter committed the foul on Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese went kind of viral for saying the stuff that Kennedy Carter wouldn't. And this is everything you needed to know about why Angel Reese doesn't like Caitlin Clark.
All started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
So clearly there's a little bit of jealousy, and that's what makes this rivalry so awesome. Both players are awesome in their own right, but both are really good in different ways. It's why Magic Johnson says that this is the equivalent to him and Larry Bird. The low-hanging fruit about this is,
Yeah, Mike, one is white and one is black, and that's the difference.
I don't like looking at this rivalry from a racial lens. If you want to do that, then fine. But the way I look at it is they both had this rivalry in college. They both brought this rivalry to the WNBA. One is a sharpshooting guard and one is a bruising forward. Kind of like how Magic Johnson was known for being a flashy playmaking guard, which is what made so many people watch the NBA. And Larry Bird had some of that playmaking in addition to just incredible shot making ability. And like Magic Johnson says in this tweet, Larry and I heightened the NBA's overall popularity. The Lakers and Celtics sold out arenas throughout the league and increased television viewership exponentially. The higher viewership numbers led to the NBA signing significantly larger TV contracts, which then led to higher salaries for the players. Caitlin and Angel are now doing the same thing, selling out arenas and increasing the viewership. They have taken women's basketball by storm, and with expiring TV deals on the horizon, the WNBA is now in a position to negotiate higher TV contracts and increase salaries for all of the talented players. But the way that the WNBA is going about this is very, very interesting. I mean, for one, Magic Johnson wasn't really getting attacked the way Caitlin Clark is, and neither was Larry Bird. That was during a much more brutal era of NBA basketball, but this game had a significant amount of drama the next time these two would meet. This time, Angel Reese was called for a flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark, and what she said to the media once again went viral.
For inside, I mean, I think we were playing really hard. I think we went up really strong a lot of times, and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back at looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle.
So this set the stage up for yet another meeting, and this game was probably more exciting than their last. So far, Angel Reese hasn't defeated Caitlin Clark since that first meeting between Iowa and LSU. And this time, 2.3 million people tuned in to watch the Indiana Fever face off against the Chicago Sky. And in this game, Angel Reese would actually steal the show, grabbing a career-high 25 points and 16 rebounds, as opposed to Caitlin Clark's 17 points and 13 assists. At one point, Indiana had a 15-point lead on Chicago, but Chicago would overcome that 15-point deficit to return and take the game. The final score was 88-87, and following that game, Angel Reese dropped another banger of an interview.
How do you find this in you each and every time to be such a winner?
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. My teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up, that's what I do.
This game had everything you wanted as a basketball enthusiast and a basketball fan. And following it, Angel Reese would then take the media and tell everyone why she was so successful.
No, I'm just hooping. I'm from Baltimore. This is what I do. Like, I come out and perform. I do whatever it takes to win every single day. This is what I love. I love this game. I'm just getting better. I feel like I'm just getting better. I'm gaining confidence.
So you might be thinking, Mike, this is wonderful. The WNBA is starting to come up. They're finally starting to find some success. Why are you making another WNBA video telling us all of this? Well, there's a problem. And it's a problem that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. The WNBA decided to change its media policy, and the Chicago Sky decided to limit Angel Reese's press availability. So this is what the article says. The WNBA seems hellbent on making sure that it doesn't grow too much at a time when the league is seeing unprecedented attention. The WNBA has changed its media policy to allow teams to designate 2 players who are exempt from shoot-around media availability on game days. The Chicago Sky have already informed reporters that it plans to exercise that exemption on rookies Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. As of now, we don't know whether any other teams in the WNBA plan to utilize this exemption for any other players. And I think we all are wondering the same thing. Why are you doing this? I mean, it seems like every single time this league takes a huge step forward, they do something to shoot themselves in the foot. It continues to say that Angel Reese has made it very clear that she is not a fan of the media, because the media apparently likes to twist her words, saying, I know how y'all like to twist my words, so I'm just keeping it short and sweet. I can't trust any of y'all, so I'm just letting you know, short and sweet. This could kind of explain why Kennedy Carter decided not to talk to the media about why she attacked Caitlin Clark, but it could also explain why WNBA players were so hostile and a little melodramatic about that time that paparazzi came up and asked them some questions. Which, first of all, I know paparazzi are annoying, but take a look at the tweets that the entire Chicago Sky team would say, and then take a look at the actual video and the event that occurred. Angel Reese finding out our team's hotel to pull with the camera as we get off of the bus and put it in my teammate's face and harass her is nasty work. This is really out of control and it needs to stop. Getting harassed at our hotel is where the line needs to be drawn. Some fans have no chill. Wow! Thank God for security. My teammate being harassed at our hotel is insane. Couldn't even step off of the bus. This is the actual event that transpired, and you let me know if this qualifies as harassment.
Miss Carter, have you got the chance to reach out to Caitlin?
Hey, man. Come on with that.
Relax. Have you got a chance to reach out to Caitlin? Trinity, have you gotten a chance? The basketball world wants to know if you've gotten a chance to reach out to her.
A part of me feels like this is because WNBA players aren't used to getting this level of publicity, but so far Angel Reese has been WWE level tier on the mic. I mean, it seems like this woman gets in front of a mirror each and every day and rehearses what to say, knows how to manipulate the media in whichever way she wants. I mean, I haven't seen this type of media control since like Shaq when he was on the Los Angeles Lakers and he was trying to turn the media against Kobe. But it's even more bizarre because there's a part of me that thinks that Angel Reese went to the WNBA and complained about this type of attention. And I hate to break it to you, Angel, but if you want to make more money, if you want your league to thrive, if you want to sign these new TV deals that are going to pay you significantly more than you are currently making on your WNBA contract, then you're going to have to deal with the fact that the media is going to be slimy and twist your words so they can create a clickbait headline out of you. That's just the way it works. It's an unfortunate part of the business, but as a result of you, people are so much more interested in you. I can't believe the WNBA actually caved into this. And what's even crazier is it seems like there's a double standard between men's sports and women's sports, because in football, Marshawn Lynch would get fined for avoiding the media, which led to this famous moment.
I'm just here so I won't get fined. I'm 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 just here so I won't get fined. I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I've never seen any star ever say, hey, I am going to limit my media availability because, well, the media is mean and they hurt my feelings. And this isn't the first time the WNBA has done something to sabotage themselves, and that's the thing that's the most bizarre to me. I mean, a few weeks ago, we made a video on Caitlin Clark not getting invited to Team USA, and it's just bizarre to me. It seems like a lot of these WNBA stars don't know how business works. You remember when Kelsey Plum said that they wanted a share of the revenue made from each jersey sale a couple of years back?
In the NBA, they have percentages of revenue shared for the players. You know, if the owners are making certain types of money, they get that as well.
Got it.
In the WNBA, that's not the case. We are not asking you to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking you to get paid the same percentage of revenue shared.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Got it. So that's a huge misconception.
That's a huge misconception.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, because
Well, here's your opportunity to do so, but then you have players on the WNBA Team USA team that are trying to gatekeep and keep Caitlin Clark from playing on Team USA. They claim that the reason they did this was because there was concern over how Clark's millions of fans would react to what would likely be limited playing time on a stacked roster. But the reality is the fact that there's tension between the old guard of women's basketball and Caitlin Clark, who just entered the league. They're upset at the fact that she's getting this level of attention this early in her career when she's only played a handful of games. I mean, how else would you explain this interview with Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi when they were asked about Caitlin Clark?
There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it. You look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. Not saying that it's not going to translate, because when you're great at what you do, you're just going to get better. But there is going to be a transition period where you're going to have to give yourself some grace as a rookie. You know, it might take a little bit longer for some people.
And it's just crazy because if Diana Taurasi was doing her job here, she would be elevating Caitlin Clark. She would say, yeah, she is very talented and very skilled, and I'm terrified to go up against her. She would be hyping up the incoming talent, not only Caitlin Clark, but she'd also name drop Cameron Brink. She would also name drop Angel Reese. And the reason I'm bringing this up is it seems like the WNBA just continues shooting themselves in the foot. The WNBA players are allowing their emotions to get in the way of making significantly more money. They're doing a good job so far boosting the popularity of the WNBA, but they could be doing a great job boosting the popularity of the WNBA. And they're not going to be able to get to that next tier until they stop thinking so emotionally and stop being so jealous of one another, and how they could all collaborate to get as many eyeballs on the WNBA as humanly possible. The Caitlin Clark Team USA bit is very, very dense, so if you guys want to check out why she's being omitted from Team USA, I'll leave a link to that in the end screen. But on top of that, crazy stuff is about to go down in the NBA. A huge trade is upcoming, and personally, I'm here for it. So if you're an NBA fan, I'm going to also leave a link to the end screen to the latest rumors on a huge trade that is going down, and I'll catch you guys there. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike. I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.